Hello. If you're listening to this, it means that you want to permanently become a neko. Or perhaps you already are one, and can't help but listen to this again and again. Either way, you should start by making sure that you won't be disturbed for the next 12 minutes or so. Make sure that you aren't hungry or thirsty, and that you won't need to use the bathroom. Once that's all out of the way, go ahead and get somewhere comfy, maybe in a cozy chair, or maybe curled up in bed under some soft blankets, your body stretched out nicely, or perhaps all curled up with your tail wrapped around you should you have one, or maybe even just lying on the floor in a sunbeam if that is your fancy. It really doesn't matter. You can just pause this recording now if you need to do anything, and unpause it once you're ready. Good. Now, I want you to think about cats, and how relaxed they always seem to be. Just imagine a cat, and how they like to stretch out, always seeming so relaxed when they do it. Why don't you do that? Just stretch out your body, really making sure to stretch those arms and legs out nice and good, and just hold it for a few seconds as I count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, just letting go of all of that tension as you let your body relax. And now that you've done that nice big stretch, a cat stretch if you will, why don't you just imagine how nice it must feel for a cat when it's on a bed, and the sun is in just the right spot so that its light shines on the cat, making it feel so warm and comfy. And as you listen and relax, maybe you can imagine how relaxed it must make that cat feel. I wonder what that cat would think as it starts to sink into that wonderful relaxation. Perhaps it would start counting down in its mind as it feels so relaxed that it drifts off to sleep, falling asleep when it hits 0. Just imagine that in your mind as you hear the numbers go by and think about the cat, starting with 10. It would feel the warmth gently soaking into its body. 9. Becoming nice and relaxed as it just rests there. 8. Of course, cats are always pretty relaxed, so that relaxation just increases. 7. It would feel so lazy that it just couldn't be bothered to move. 6. Of course it could still make small adjustments if it were uncomfortable, but it would simply have no need to do anything else. 5. Feeling nice and calm. 4. Drifting deeper and deeper. 3. Your thoughts starting to slow down. 2. As you just enjoy the gentle warmth of the sun. 1. Your mind calm and quiet. 0. Sleep. There we go, just letting your mind drift in gentle warmth and peaceful silence. Of course, cats don't take just one nap each day, they take several, and that's because they love to sleep so much. And you can find that it seems just as nice to you. In fact, for the duration of this session, you'll find yourself sinking deep into this pleasant, sleep-like trance every time that you hear me say the word sleep. And every time that you hear me say the word awaken, you'll wake up from this little cat nap, coming out of trance and feeling fully awake and aware, but still oh so very relaxed. I'll just count you up from 3 to 1. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Awaken, feeling refreshed and awake, but still nice and relaxed. Take a moment to just enjoy how relaxed you feel before you sleep. Sinking back down so deep, so relaxed, just a happy little kitty taking a cat nap. Sinking deeper and deeper into trance, there we go. Now, coming back up as I count from 3, 2, 1. Awaken, right back up feeling all nice and happy, so ready to sleep. There we go, just drifting down so nicely, going so deep into trance as you feel so very relaxed. And now coming back up on 3, 2, 1. Awaken, up and up, feeling refreshed and aware, and sleep. Falling back into that deep sleep, that nice cat nap trance, going deeper and deeper every time. Heading back up for 3, 2, 1, awaken, feeling awake and aware, calm and relaxed, just about to sleep. Sinking, falling, drifting deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper. So calm, so relaxed. And now for a final time coming up on the count of 3, 2, 1. Awaken feeling refreshed and aware, all nice and cozy. And of course, those cat naps feel so nice that I'm sure you would love to just take a nice, much longer one, so sleep. That's it, falling deeper. My every word, your every breath, just helping you to sink deeper and deeper into this wonderful trance, this wonderful little cat nap that you've found yourself in. And of course, every time that you listen to this, you'll find yourself sinking deeper than ever before, the relaxation that this makes you feel becoming stronger every time. Now, it's time for you to undergo some changes. Of course, it might be that you aren't changing at all, your form already having been altered. Do you already feel those cute cat ears on top of your head? Or do you feel your human ones moving to the top of your head, becoming shaped like hollow cones that have been cut in half? Do you feel the fur on them, or are your ears tingling right now as fur grows in? It can be whatever color, whatever texture, and even whatever length and thickness you want. These are your ears after all, and the fur on them is yours too. Even if you already have these wonderfully furry ears, you can take this time to change them, perhaps altering the fur color, or maybe making the ears themselves a bit taller and wider. Or just letting those cute kitty ears stay as they are if that's what you want. It's all up to you. Unlike your old human ones, your new ears can be rotated up and down, forwards and back, just like all feline creatures can. And of course they'll respond to your emotions when you aren't consciously controlling them, facing downwards when you're sad, flattening against the top of your head when you're scared, and so on. Not only that, but they'll respond to sounds too, doing things like moving to face sounds that suddenly get your attention and following whoever is speaking to you. Of course, you can always intentionally face them towards a sound if you want to hear it better. In reality, your mind will just pay a lot more attention to sounds in the directions that your ears are facing, and less attention to sounds in other directions, making it seem like your hearing is stronger. While you will be aware that this is what is happening in the back of your mind, you will generally not think about it, acting and thinking as if that knowledge isn't even there. Next, let's move on to that wonderful tail of yours. Maybe it's wrapped around you, or perhaps it's growing right now. Can you feel it forming? As wide as your arms, and as long as your legs, and coming to a rounded point near the end. Just like your ears, it's covered in fur, and just like the fur on your ears, it can be however you want it to be, and you can change what the fur is like now too, or leave it as it is. You can't help but love that you have this tail. It feels so nice, swaying behind you, just adding to your relaxation. You'll find that when you relax and when you sleep, you'll have a very strong urge to wrap it around yourself, feeling much more happy and relaxed when you do. All of this being said, deep down you will know that you only have human ears and don't have a tail, and will act appropriately when you need to or it is important to. Now my wonderful neko, your body is in order, but your mind is not, so let's change that. But before we do, know that you will always be able to easily suppress the behaviors and desires that we are about to go over when you are in a place where it wouldn't be appropriate or if you're with someone who wouldn't appreciate them. And of course you can choose not to accept any of these, or reject ones that you have accepted in the past, it is all up to you. So with that out of the way, let's begin. First off, you're going to find yourself wanting to take naps a lot more, and being a lot less picky where you take them. If you know a place where it would be acceptable, you would be just fine sleeping on the floor, but you will still prefer to sleep somewhere that is comfortable. And you won't spend your entire day sleeping, at least not very often, but you will enjoy taking quick little cat naps when you get the chance, finding that it is easier to relax yourself into them the more times you do it. But that's enough about that, so why don't we move on to how you feel in general? You'll constantly feel very relaxed almost all the time, but that relaxation won't make you any less alert than you normally would be. You'll also feel just a bit drowsier than you otherwise would be when you are craving a nap, but only if what you are doing doesn't suffer from reduced awareness, so it won't happen if you're doing something like driving or using a knife. Now, as far as the next change goes, we'll be tweaking your speech. When it won't bother you or the person you're talking to, and you wouldn't have any objections to it, you'll find yourself occasionally mixing meows into your sentences, only realizing that you've done it after it's happened. Sometimes it will be in between words and other times it will replace one of them. Not only will cute little meows be mixed into your speech, but you'll also find yourself purring when you are really happy and relaxed. Just like with meowing, this won't happen around anyone you would feel uncomfortable doing it around, and will only happen when it won't be an issue. The next feline aspect that you can take on if you want relates to touch. It will make it so that you'll want to show your affection more physically in the way that cats do. So if someone's made you happy, you might want to just lightly nuzzle them, and if you're feeling particularly affectionate, you might want to rest your head on their lap or snuggle up with them, or perhaps show affection through another feline motion. Naturally, you'll only do this with people that you are comfortable with, and you always have the choice to not do this. In fact, it's more of a strong preference than anything else. Now, that's not the only touch-related thing that will come with this change. No, you will also find that you love being petted and scratched anywhere, especially behind your ears, on your neck and head, and as well as down your spine if you are being petted. Next, this final change is not optional, but that's fine. In fact, you'll find that it makes you happy. This change makes it so that you will have a very strong desire to listen to this at least once a day, preferably somewhere where you can relax and won't be disturbed while this plays. And if it's just not practical for you to listen to this one day, that's fine, but you'll find your desire to listen becomes just a bit stronger each day that you don't, the desire only going back to normal once you've listened again. However, if the desire starts to interfere with your life, you will find that you can easily ignore it until you have a good chance to fulfill it. If you want to be rid of these desires and effects, you must not listen to this for 7 days in a row with the intent of the effects going away. The desire will not be present during those days, and all of this will go away once the 7th day has ended. Finally, the effects of this hypnosis file will become inactive if they are a risk to your physical body or your well-being, if they are a risk to your social or professional life, if there is an emergency that they would prevent you from dealing with to the best of your abilities, or if they are a risk to your mental health. Also, any effect of this hypnosis file that was an issue will become active again once it no longer will be one. Additionally, you will never find this hypnosis file or the effects of it to be even slightly addicting. You are a neko, your mind and body both showing this. This session is almost over, and you have a choice. You can either let yourself wake up at your own pace, feeling completely refreshed and aware, or you can let yourself sink into a nice cat nap. The choice is yours, my neko friend.